Is Lego hiding parts from their website? Let's check it out. Hey guys, welcome to a new installment of Lego Conspiracy. I think I might be onto something with this one. Alright, so a lot of times when I get a new set, I'll go to the replacement parts section on the Lego website and order some extra parts from the set, especially for minifigs or sets that I plan to have on display. It's always nice to have replacements to swap out in case of discoloration and all that crap. Or sometimes I don't want a full set. I only want a portion of it, say like one vehicle or ship that's from it. So if it's feasible, I'll order the specific parts for the one portion of the set that I want. But recently I've been noticing some weird things on the site when I'm looking for parts. There's been more than a few instances where I'll search a set number and certain parts won't show up on the part list that I know Lego carries. I know Lego did a huge overhaul of their whole site like a few years ago, so they could still be fixing some issues with it, improving the user experience and all that. So some of these weird occurrences could just be chalked up to technical errors within the site. And then we also know that they're transitioning to plant-based materials. According to Lego's About section, their plan is to be using pretty much 100% sustainable materials by 2030. We don't really know exactly how far along they are in that process, but it is pretty awesome that they're doing that. So some of what we could be seeing on the site is them slowly phasing out the non-sustainable parts. All that said, there's some weird things going on, and here's a few different examples of things that I've noticed. Yeah, so in this instance, I was trying to get a few of Luke's new hairpiece from the recent throne room set. I wasn't planning on getting the whole set, but I still wanted some of the new hair. But when I searched the set 75352 in the replacement section, the hair wasn't showing up. So I went to the missing section and searched the same set because that section will show the entire part list as opposed to only the parts you can buy. From there, I found the part number for the new hairpiece. Then I searched that part number in the general replacement section, and sure enough, the part was there. It's just confusing because if Lego has the part, then why wouldn't it show up on the part list for that set? This next instance is a little different, but equally odd nonetheless. Recently, I was working on my 7153 restore video, and at one point I had searched for the replacement parts for that set. Oddly, there are no longer any parts available when you search the set number in the set search field, but if you put the same part number into the other field that says keyword or piece number, the parts show up that clearly belong to 7153. I actually have a ton of examples of this specific issue. I've noticed it a ton with the older sets as I've been working on those restorations. Earlier, I told you guys that sometimes I'll buy parts from a set just so I can build a portion of it or just one ship from it. I recently did this with set 75150. I always wanted Vader's TIE Advanced, and the one in this set is probably the most accurate one that they've ever made. I didn't want the whole set because it's crazy expensive now, as most discontinued sets are, and I don't really care about the A-Wing either. I was able to find majority of the parts in the replacement section, but there were a couple parts that I couldn't find that I knew Lego must have, such as this part. So I found the part number in the missing section like I showed you guys before. Then I searched them in the general section, but they still weren't showing up. Eventually I did find the part in the general section, but to my surprise, it is now under a totally different part number. So could this be an instance of Lego replacing that part with the new sustainable material version? In that case, it would make sense to me that the part number or SKU would change, but Lego hasn't exactly confirmed that to my knowledge yet. The About section on the website about the plan for the plant-based parts is kind of vague, and so far it seems like they're only focusing on producing parts for the botanical sets. So who even knows what other parts they've started replacing? I have a few other examples of this happening, such as when I was looking for replacements for my X-Wing from 75218. Yeah, same deal with this one. I just wasn't finding parts on the part list that I knew Lego probably still had, and then I did eventually find them under a new part number. It's just kind of weird. I don't get it. So anyways, what do you guys think is happening? Are any of these instances related, do you think? Or are there a few different things going on? I think Lego might just be working through some derps with their site still, like with old sets not popping up, or you have to search them in the wrong section. That's kind of derpy. or Luke's hair not showing up on the part list. That's weird, but it could just be a glitch. However, with the part numbers changing, that is definitely an intentional move by LEGO. We just don't really know why yet. We don't know if it's due to the sustainable material plan, or if they're just slowly updating their SKU numbers, because that's possible too. Or, tinfoil hat theory, is LEGO trying to add artificial value to their retired sets by removing certain parts from their replacement section? Anyway, let me know what you guys think, or if any of you have noticed things like this as well. Alright, talk to you later. Peace!